Good morning, SKN. I'm Andre Cunningham.
And I'm Cortensia Carty.
You know, I'm going to start the morning with my typical.
Oh my gosh.
So,
why?
yes, because I know you're not going to get this one as easy as yesterday was. So, what word, listen carefully, what word begins with E, also ends with E, but has only one letter?
What?
What word begins with E, ends with E, and has one letter?
One letter?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
E? A letter? I don't know.
A letter?
A letter.
Almost.
Not a letter?
Think again.
Envelope.
Oh, there you go.
What?
Awesome. Yes, you got it. You're a bright spot this morning.
Look at how he makes me think when the morning comes.
That's my aim.
Oh my gosh. Good morning to all the folks that are joining us this morning. For those of you tuning in on our local TVC channel 40 on the cable, welcome. For those of you on TVC Tel TV St. Martin, thank you for watching and thank you for coming in this morning. And for those of you streaming via Facebook and YouTube, we welcome you. Thank you so much. Also to our viewer that's always with us, Karen. Thank you for joining us this morning.
And I'm positive Mr. Norman Chesman up there in Canada is watching as well.
Ooh la la. Yes. So good morning to you, Mr. Chesman. Thank you for joining. And for those folks that are watching, go tell your friends, your bosses, your aunts, your uncle, everybody around the world. Good Morning SKN is on to turn on their devices and tune in via our social media sites. This morning we begin now on the local scene. Our first story comes from SKNIS. A few small island developing states made it to Paris to attend a unique head of state and ministerial conference to identify financial solutions for tackling poverty, curbing planet heating emissions, and protecting nature in the developing world. Amongst them was St. Kitts and Nevis Foreign Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, who traveled to Paris to attend the event in what was described by the French presidency as a historic summit of international solidarity. The tightly packed day-and-a-half summit work of high-level roundtables and 40 parallel events provided a distinctive opportunity for the developing and developed world to examine interactions between multilateral development banks reform, the mobilization of private capital, climate finance, a green infrastructure, and solutions related to debt, all focused on developing and vulnerable countries across the globe. The summit also sought commitments from the multilateral development banks to optimize their lending capacity, increase to $20 billion over the next 10 years via their balance sheet, and taking more risk. Wow. That is
St. Kitts Nevis in Paris.
In Paris. We're all over, awesome. Man. Representation is great.
Indeed. Did you say 20 billion or 200 billion?
200.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our credit can be positive.
Yeah, but we have to keep it up. So we
That's
got to
true.
keep doing great things to ensure that if we intend to borrow such a high
can pay it
amount,
back.
we can pay it back.
Indeed.
So that our monies aren't tarnished.
But St. Kitts Nevis, we're rich down here. We can pay it off. Our preceding story comes from Win Media SKN. Miss Bridget Hendrickson, a native of St. Kitts and Nevis, shared her story of strength and courage in her fight against cancer during a video presentation spearheaded by the Cancer Institute at Hospital Senera del Mar. Miss Hendrickson traveled to Colombia to receive treatment at Hospital Serena del Mar for over a period of 8 months. Miss Hendrickson received treatment consisting of 8 sessions of radiotherapy and 2 applications of intravenous chemotherapy, said Dr. Angelina Alvarez, oncological radiotherapist. Having had breast cancer before, Miss Hendrickson said the treatment turned out to be much better than she anticipated. Miss Hendrickson said, and quote, "The time here has been really good. The treatment was much better than I anticipated. I had breast cancer before, but I didn't have that type of treatment, so I didn't know what to expect. And I didn't want to look it up because I didn't want to mess with my spirit in any way. So it was just chemo in the veins for the first day and then not again until 29 days. And I was like, I think I'm in heaven," end quote. Good
so
for
good.
her.
Yeah.
A lot of persons complain about chemo.
Yeah, nobody likes chemo.
Nobody
You lose
does.
your hair, you become weak, etc., etc. So I'm happy that she was able to beat the cancer.
Indeed.
As we continue now, our story comes from SKN Vibes. As the first half of the year winds to a close, leading by the purpose of, and quote, "care" has proven to be the key to success and colleague engagement at the Park Hyatt St. Kitts. Within the first quarter alone, the human resource team was able to afford promotions to 12 colleagues across various departments within the resort. Director of Human Resources, Waveney Henry, attributes Hyatt's value of care to the reason many of the colleagues have journeyed with the company from its inception until now. Realizing their hard work and efforts manifest into new roles, Director Henry said, "When you put care first, you will inevitably create a culture of empathy where people know their growth is valued. I am proud to see so many fellow associates who began in 2017 rise to new challenges, as well as see some of our new faces embrace their duties and align themselves to shine." In the spirit of care, Park Hyatt St. Kitts held its second annual health fair on Thursday, June 8th. This year's health fair, guided by the purpose of care, sought to highlight the company's value of well-being and saw the inclusion of activities that were also good for the soul. Colleagues were once again able to receive complimentary eye screenings, health checks, and information vital to their insurance needs. Assistant Human Resource Manager Seba Jones and Human Resource and Learning Manager Christy Daniel both agreed colleague participation rose this year, and they were impressed by the turnout. Ms. Daniel said, and quote, "We are proud to continue this important program for our team as it builds connections within our community, encourages our colleagues to prioritize self-care in all facets, and use fun as fuel. The health fair truly encapsulates the core values Hyatt is known for and ensures our colleagues can be their best," end quote. This is a good initiative.
It is.
Yeah.
Take care of your staff and they'll definitely take care
Look at
of
you.
that business.
That is so true. They always say that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening on our local weather report. Today will be mostly cloudy with a high of 88 and a low of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It is currently 83 degrees Fahrenheit on the outside. Take a look at the weather forecast. Up next, regional and international news. Stay with us.
cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Hi, good morning. My name is Shimara Phillips, the co-founder of the We Care Group. We provide care at every stage in life. Tune in to Good Morning SKN on Studio 327. Imagine the impossible.
Shout out to all the beautiful people in St. Kitts, the good up girl them, the pretty girl them, the big body girl them, the skinny girl them, the educated girl them, the dunce bat them, the one that will eat but still love me and still have to tune in. Big up all the followers and all the fans of the SKN show. Love yourself, big up yourself, talk good about yourself, and let the haters heat it up.
Yeah.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Hi everybody, my name is Erica Edwards. I am a singer-songwriter and I want you guys to tune into Studio 327, Good Morning SKN.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Thank you so much for staying with us. So here's now what we have in regional news. This one comes to us from the Antigua newsroom. The government of Grenada is actively engaged in developing its CMOS industry to reach its potential through a collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, aimed at strengthening the value chain for CMOS and expanding access to regional and global markets. On the 22nd of June, a stakeholder validation workshop was convened through the support of the Resilient Aquaculture sub-project of the Mexico CARICOM FAO Initiative Corporation for Climate Change, Adaptation and Resilience in the Caribbean, and a project of FAO's Technical Cooperation Program of Promoting Competitive, Sustainable, Resilient National Value Chain Development in Grenada, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives. The workshop brought together some 42 stakeholders in person and online. These stakeholders from relevant government agencies, CMOS farmers, cooperatives, as well as agro-processors, retailers, exporters, and extension personnel sought to validate a strategic plan for upgrading and developing Grenada's CMOS industry.
I would like to see CMOS before it is CMOS, because if you see it, it looks like the skinny vermicelli,
right,
but it's a kind of dark, kind of darkish beigeish color. But I want to see what it. That's when it's dried. That's when it's cured and dried. But I want to see what it looks like before if it actually looks like moss.
Yes,
I want to see that.
I would love to as well.
Yeah, but I'm happy that they're getting their CMOS journey going in Grenada. I know it is sold here locally in some supermarkets.
Yes, I've seen it.
Looks like Jello.
It sure does.
Cool. So
have you had it?
No. You?
I've tried it. It's not my thing at all.
You sure?
Yes.
You mix it in something, or you drank it?
I just eat it just like that.
And it just wasn't happening?
Nope.
Okay.
To each his own, though.
To each his own, indeed, as we continue on the international scene. This story comes from the BBC. South Koreans have become a year or two younger as a new law aligns the nation's two traditional age counting methods with international standards. The law scrapes one traditional system that deems South Koreans 1 year old at birth counting time in the womb. Another counted everyone as aging by a year every first day of January instead on their birthdays. The switch to age counting based on birth date took effect on Wednesday. President Yoon Suk Yeol pushed strongly for the change when he ran for office last year. The traditional age counting method created, and quote, unnecessary social and economic cost, he said, end quote. For instance, disputes have arisen over insurance payouts and determining eligibility for government assistance programs. Previously, the most widely used calculation method in Korea was the centuries-old, and quote, Korean age system, in which a person turns one at birth and gains a year on the 1st of January. This means that a baby born on the 31st of December will be 2 years old the next day. A separate counting age system that was also traditionally used in the country considers a person 0 at birth and adds a year on January 1st. This means that, for example, as of June 28, 2023, a person born on the 29th of June 2003 is 19 under the international system, 20 under the counting age system, and 21 under the Korean age system. I'm happy they did that because that's cheating.
Yes.
So the person that's born in 2003, according to our calendar, is 20.
20, right.
20. Wow.
I mean,
so
but
you're making me 2 and I can't even walk or talk?
Exactly. It makes, to me, it's weird because if I born the 31st of December,
I'm one
already. And the 1st of January.
And then the next day you're telling me I'm 2?
It sounds...
Wow. Why are you trying to owe me?
Keep that in the East.
I am happy that he lobbied for that, and
right.
he's going to get that because that makes more sense. Because when they come with their... Well, maybe it wasn't an issue before, because when they would have come with their passports,
right.
I guess... Yeah, because people from Korea travel around. But Koreans, I hope you're happy. You will be your true age now, so you can take off 2 years from your original age. So if you are 42, you're now 40. Welcome to the 4th century.
Exactly.
Indeed.
I like that. That's positive.
Positive vibes, yes. Well, folks, there we have it for local, regional, and international news. We have a packed show for you today.
Oh, yes,
you gotta
do.
stay tuned to see who is on. So remember, we're streaming via Facebook and YouTube. We are on the local TVC channel 40 on the cable, and we're also on St. Martin TVC Tel TV. So stay tuned. See you after this.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Winnie-El Pereira. I am the founder of Pure Niceness by Winnie-El, which is an all-natural, luxurious self-care line of skin and hair care. Tune in to Good Morning SKN on Studio 327. Imagine the impossible.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Welcome back to Good Morning SK, and this segment of Real Talk is all about managing expectations in a relationship. I love this topic.
Me too.
Why? Tell me why.
Because I like talking about relationships. It's my jam. Like,
what about relationships that you like? First of all, do you like being in a relationship or you like being single?
Okay, my honest opinion, if I'm in a relationship, I can deal with it. But if I had to do life all over again, I think I would be single.
Really?
Really.
I love relationships.
I'm an own way child.
I love
I'm an own way child. So to be honest, guys, I would be single. Yeah. Why do you love relationships? And why do we need to be in relationships?
No one likes to be single.
That's not true.
You like to be single?
Yes, I just told you that.
I don't like to be single.
I'm one of those folks that got married at 37. So guess what? Who was single for all their life? Moi. And own way for all their life. Moi. Yeah. I'm one of the late marriers. But
Well,
most persons are marrying.
But you're
later
more
though.
happier now than you were at 37. I think so. Yes, I see that clear.
How can he assume these things?
I'm not assuming, I could tell.
See, even my voice is losing.
Horton says more happier today than when she was single.
All because he loves the relationship.
Anyway, let's dive into the discussion. How to manage expectations in a relationship. And this article comes from sesh.com. Managing expectation is vital in any relationship, whether you are just starting out or have been together for years. Setting and meeting expectations is essential. If you have unreasonable expectation, it can cause problems in your relationship. But if you manage your expectations correctly, it can help to make your relationship stronger. A lot of us have expectations going into a relationship.
But what? Do we discuss these expectations
prior
to entering, or do we go in expecting these things to be there? Because, okay, let's say myself and you are readers, so we had this article already unpacked, so we know, okay, myself and Andre is going to get into a relationship. This is what I'm going to discuss with Andre before, or I'm going to play shady, get in the relationship with Andre, and look to see what Andre is going to do during this relationship.
Interesting. But that's why we all date before we go into a relationship.
But do we date honestly though, or do we date as frauds?
In today's world, no.
We date as frauds. I think we really date as frauds. We put up a facade until we get the bling, and then we just become these persons that we aren't. And as the article continues to say, reasonable expectations play a significant role in relationships. You should not expect your partner to meet all your needs or fulfill all your desires. Instead, you should each take turns compromising. Take turns. Don't let the lady have to compromise all the time. We have to compromise on too much already. Gentlemen, compromise. Yes. So compromise and support one another in a healthy relationship. Both partners can rely on each other without feeling overwhelmed or smothered. Somebody's gonna get me this morning. They're gonna be like, she's being too extra, but that's just how
I know exactly who's going to get it. But when it comes down to expectations in a relationship, are there reasonable expectations?
Yeah, I would say that.
Some of the reasonable ones.
Let's look at Gab Union and Dwayne Wade. She says they go 50-50 on everything. Most people say, no, the man's supposed to pay for everything. But why should you leave everything on the men? I always wonder how fellas manage Andre in a relationship, having to pay for every single thing. They already want to take us on dates and impress us, but Lord, we will break off their pocket. We can't surprise them now and then and pay for something. I'm not saying we pay for everything, ladies, but I mean something we can pay for, you know?
I agree.
Yeah. What do you think about the 50-50 with Gab and Dwayne though?
I think it works for them.
Okay.
It might not work for me and you.
Oh, Jesus.
But for them in particular, it surely does work.
All right.
So what are some of the signs of reasonable expectations in a relationship? Being able to communicate with your partner openly.
I wonder if that even exists, because sometimes people don't tell their partners everything. Because, oh gosh, but that's ammunition for the future. People can use it back
for the future.
Ammunition for the future, so you don't tell them everything. But you don't want to be that shady with them, though.
Especially when you're going all out in a relationship, especially if you're married.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to hide stuff, right? You should be able to say what's on your mind and etc., right?
Indeed. So communicate with your partner openly. This includes discussing your needs, wants, and desires. It also is essential to listen to what your partner says without becoming defensive.
Oh wow. I'm gonna share. You know, I like to share my personal experience.
Please go ahead.
I become, even before the sentence is done, I'm like, no, I didn't do that.
Really? Guilty.
Very defensive.
Very.
Yeah.
I could tell you are defensive, especially when your point is not being understood.
Oh my God.
Yes.
There goes.
Is it okay to compromise though? Because I was told don't compromise for no one. Yes.
So then how this relationship gonna last if you don't intend to compromise?
But you're about to put yourself first.
Yeah, but you still have to compromise. Okay, if I'm doing something all the time, let's say the dishes. You can't compromise one day and help me with the dishes. Why do I always have to compromise? Okay, I want to go out, but I can't go out because of whatever. But you can go out. You didn't compromise. You didn't think the last time that I compromised, so you should.
But what if it's something that I normally do and you normally do the dishes?
But Lord, we can't switch it up. You can't work with me
We can
today?
switch it, but how would we switch it? How did
Why
you
is it
communicate to me so we could switch it up? You just,
I shouldn't even communicate. You should know that I do it all the time. I'm tired today, and you should take the cue and just do it.
And that's the thing with expectations, because we expect you to know
that you should help.
Exactly.
Okay, so in my next life, if I am to get married again, although I said no, I'm going to be single, I'm going to have a whole long list, and you have to tick the boxes. And if you don't tick those boxes, you're not married. Guess what? I'm going to the church across at Independence Square, the grey one on the corner that's being refurbished. Yeah, that one.
Right over
and
there.
I'm gonna talk to a lawyer, and we're gonna sort this out.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, very. Yeah, that's just how I feel. That's my honest opinion. So we have to respect each other's differences. While it is essential to have things in common, it is also important to respect your partner's unique personalities and views.
There you go.
Do we though?
We often do, but when it comes into a relationship, we men in particular don't. Not all the time. It's
How
the
do
truth.
we not respect the views?
Really, Courtney? Sometimes y'all don't.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm picking up for the gentleman this morning.
So I need an example of how is it we don't respect the views.
You just made mention of doing the dishes.
So you think the dishes is a woman's job?
It's not a woman's job, but if you are that person in the relationship that always do it, continue. Don't create any drama.
Me a break for one day. How am I creating drama to ask for help? You
but
want
what
me
if
to
you
speak,
don't?
but then you don't want me to speak.
You don't ask for the help. You assume that you need help. Oh, you're supposed
But you should see that I'm bogged down with plenty things and help.
But I have my thing cut out in the relationship, and so do you. And if you get up every morning and do breakfast and do the dishes, why do you think expect what? Is it true?
That one morning you can do the breakfast and do the dishes. Funny you
How
say
about
that.
how about asking instead of having me reading your mind or think you need help?
Okay.
Yes, tell me. Don't make me
But if I tell you don't do it,
then
there will be problems.
There
I
you
like
go.
how you finish my sentences so well.
Because I'm agreeing.
Yes.
I'm agreeing.
You see, making compromise. For a relationship to work, both partners should be willing to compromise on certain issues. Dun, da, da, da.
Compromising is good. Right? But if your role or what you're constantly been doing,
so you're just gonna base it on a role, and you're not gonna base it on any other situation
I could compromise.
that
I could
we
do the
may have in
dishes,
life.
I could iron the clothes, I could cook, I could do whatever. But if you're the one who normally do it, continue. If you want help, ask. Don't assume I should know that you need
I
help.
want help. Okay,
Yes.
okay, sir. Okay, all right,
We're not
all right.
Superman in many
No,
relationships.
we're not.
Thank you very much. What are unreasonable expectations in a relationship? We have some reasonable expectation, but you have some unreasonable ones as well.
Respecting each other's privacy. So don't ask Andre to see his phone, or don't try to sneak when Andre's on his phone to see who he's talking to. I don't like that part. That's not privacy.
Okay.
That's not privacy. That should be public, because we should respect each other, and we shouldn't have anybody side eyeing us when we're walking on the road.
That's
Guys,
true.
these things do not pertain to me. I'm just talking about what I know about what's happening in the world. Okay.
Okay, so some of the unreasonable expectations in a relationship is requiring your partner to always be available. That's unrealistic.
Well, you said that once we're married, we're supposed to be available prior to us starting this discussion.
Then that's
off
why you
air.
should stay single.
So why do we have to be there all the time? We need space. We need to recuperate and catch ourselves.
Communicate.
My God.
Requiring your partner to always be available is
stress.
Yes, but on top of that, you're laughing, it's the truth. On top of that, this may include expecting them to be available at all times, regardless of what they are doing or what is happening in their own life.
Exactly. I'm going through my own stress, and I must be available. That's
So
crazy.
why did you get married to the fellow?
Oh, Andre, that's not the point.
The point
I
is,
cannot be available all the time. I need to recuperate at some point.
Yes.
So I have to take a break.
I agree.
So I cannot be available. So what if I have an emergency? I'm supposed to be at the hospital and still be at home?
That's how that's how communication
goes, but I cannot be available.
Sometimes y'all don't communicate. You just expect me to read. Oh, Hortensia is tired. So how
comes
about
back to communication when I just said I'm up at the hospital?
And that's the issue with
and I
women
can-
in relationship. They don't communicate properly and expect gentlemen should read their minds.
Can I stroops on
It's
TV?
the truth.
Stroops.
It's the honest truth.
That is not. But you want me to be there all the time, expecting your partner to change. This includes wanting them to become someone that they are not, or expecting them to look or act a certain way that makes them feel that they're not themselves. I have to stay skinny all the time. I have to look a type of way. I have to wear makeup 24/7. I have to be a size 0. Can't work. I have to walk a certain way. I have to talk a certain way. No, I want to be myself. And if I can't be myself, guess what? It's not going to work.
So what would you say to those persons who used to do certain things before they get into a relationship, and as soon as they get into the relationship or even married, certain things have to stop?
I'm sorry for y'all. Because it becomes stressful when you can't do what you want to do and you lash out.
I agree.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for them.
How about making demands? This includes expecting your partner to do unreasonable or fair things, such as expecting them to always pay for everything you desire. That's very demanding, eh?
No, but I just said we can share it. I even asked you what you thought about the Gap Union and Dwayne Wade stuff. So we can share it sometimes, but okay, let it be 75 to 25%.
So the men must pay 75%
at a time, yeah.
I don't think that's
Or you
fair.
definitely want me to go a Gab Union and Dwayne Wade 50-50.
It works for them. So maybe a 75 or a 25 can work. So you and I.
But see, and that will be a discussion that we need to have.
Yes.
To know that 75% of the time you pay. Or, you know what? You pay on birthdays and we can chip in together for anniversary because it's a combined thing.
Yes.
And then I pay for your birthday and then you pay for the first 3 dinners. That's too much. We have to keep track all the time.
That's too much.
That's too much. But at least because one time you pay, next time I pay, right?
Fair enough.
So it works out. But it'll still be 75-25. Ladies, let me know in the comments.
But but you know, sometimes when y'all go out, you expect the gentleman to pay all the time. It's sad though. Sometimes y'all could take up the checkbook.
But look at this one, having unrealistic ideas. This may include expecting your partner to be perfect or always putting your needs first. Can't walk. No, not all the time.
But that's what you're doing. You're putting your needs first.
Yeah.
Why?
So I can't put yours first all the time?
You're putting your needs first, and you're supposed to put mine first, especially when you're married to me.
Oh, God. Yeah. Lord Jesus, thank God me married to Andre, right? Because Lord, me and Andre would have been born.
No. If you're married, listen.
So whoever you're married to, they have to put your needs first. Let me get this right. So if I was married to you, you have to put my needs first.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to put yours first.
First, of course.
That's a compromise I can work with.
When you get married to me, listen, we stock.
Stuck like glue?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
How to manage expectations in a relationship?
But no, before we go on, thinking that you know what is best for your partner. This means making decisions without their input or consent. I hate that. Like you go to the restaurant and they're ordering for you.
Something for
Madness.
you. Yes.
Walk away.
Yes.
Wonder what she want. And even wondering, they're telling you what to eat. And that goes back to, I would say, mental or emotional abuse, because they're like saying, okay, you can't eat that because that's going to make you gain weight, or that's going to make madness. Run, girl, take up your shoes and run. Go by the court and say, let me ready to get the divide. Yes, we're gonna call it the divide.
You see, a simple thing as that.
That's not simple.
Of course, that is.
How is that simple?
A simple
You
thing.
ain't my boss.
I am your husband, and I choose to order something for you.
No.
And you think I am? Oh.
No.
Tell me.
No, especially when it's something that says something negative.
I'm just tripping, I know.
Okay, thank you. Continue, kind sir.
How to manage expectations in a relationship?
Unrealistic. Which okay?
Yes.
Go ahead.
How to manage it? Expectations in a relationship. If you have realized that you have unrealistic expectations in your relationship, there are several things that you can do to manage them. First one, talk to your partner about what you're both expecting from the relationship. It will help to create a mutual understanding and set boundaries.
Exactly. So be real from the get-go, guys. Don't be a fraud. Don't, as I said, if you know you don't put on makeup and you don't be fancy when they're coming in the first stages to see you, don't do it. If your room in a state, leave your room in a state so they could know on days this is what our room will look like. Don't put on a whole unrealistic show, and then when it becomes real, it's like, what is this?
My next question is, if you're married, do you think there should be boundaries?
Yes, we have to have boundaries.
But you're married to me.
Well, you're
not supposed to have no boundaries when you come onto your
time. For me, that's a boundary. When I'm quiet, leave me alone. When I don't want to be bothered.
So how do I know when you don't want to be bothered?
You'll know. Trust me, being in a relationship with somebody, they'll know when you don't want to be bothered. When you
How do you address in a relationship, rather? How do you address conflict?
So I'm going to say what the expert says from Sheesh. If you experience conflict with your partner, you should address it respectfully. Avoid yelling, name calling, and other forms of verbal abuse. It is also important to listen to what your partner has to say and try to understand their perspective.
Yes.
So don't have a comeback like Hortensia.
Don't have
all the time.
Okay, but what if the deal breaker or whatever happened is something that you just have to get angry?
But you can't call names and you can't say mean things.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to allow the man to vent.
Also, I must allow the man to vent,
Yes,
but the
and
woman must stay quiet.
I don't-
Not in this world here.
Really? I don't say
Not us
verbal,
women.
but if we're angry, allow us to be angry.
Okay, well, allow me to be angry and have my face and don't talk to you for a week. How about that?
That's not fair, Hortensia. That's not fair. That is not fair.
Ladies, we're going to get Andre on the outside, right?
I'm ready.
Okay. So embrace change, as you said. So one of the most important things in any relationship is change. It would help if you are willing to accept big and small changes. Your partner is likely to change over time, so you need to be prepared for that. It is also important to be open-minded to changing your views and opinions. So true.
I agree.
What is the takeaway from all of this, Andre?
When it comes to setting expectations in a relationship, it's important to be realistic and understanding.
Yep.
You and your partner need to agree on what is acceptable behavior, and you should be willing to compromise if necessary. Remember that change takes time, so be patient and allow your partner to grow at their own pace. I love this article.
Do y'all see how he went in with if
Yes,
necessary?
If necessary, compromise. But y'all females always want us to compromise. It not gonna work.
Well, it not gonna work over here too. So we better compromise or else nothing gonna work.
Fair enough.
But yeah, compromise is the biggest thing, and communication in a relationship, because we cannot expect you to do everything. You cannot expect me to do everything, and we need to communicate that and not live with our faces to the moon.
I agree.
And the gentlemen don't know what is happening.
But relationships are beautiful. I admire those who are
They
in
are, but it's a lot of
relationship.
work.
It's a lot of work.
You have to be
indeed.
intentional. If you're not intentional about it, just quit it. Yeah, my advice to you. My advice, not Sheesh's, mine.
Stay single.
Stay single.
If you're not ready for the relationship, stay single.
Stay single.
I like that.
Do whatever you want. And with that said, we hope you enjoyed our relationship banter this morning. Stay tuned. Much more after this. A short break. Compromise, Andre. Compromise.
If I should.
If necessary. All right.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
Good morning. This is Karen Paris and support from Paris Lamont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 and Studio 327. Thanks.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. One of life's greatest gifts is that you can never run out of things to do. And that's exactly what today's Loosen Up is all about. Embracing new experiences. I love how you are always trying to fly. I do not know why you're trying to leave me on set by myself and fly away.
Just
why, sir?
try.
Why?
I believe I can fly.
Okay, well, you do that. Just don't fall. Because then I'll have a laugh. Oh, so why do you think it is important to embrace new experiences in life?
Well, who likes to be stuck at one level?
Exactly.
I just like to try new things. And when you're in a capacity for so long, you become bored and jaded.
Yeah, it becomes monotonous.
Yes,
Yeah.
it becomes.
What do we do to... I'm just thinking... We have a vibe. But we do absolutely nothing to maintain our vibe. Our vibe just works for us.
Well, for some of us.
For some of us, yeah.
Some of us need extra training. Can't just move on just like that or immerse themselves in something. They have to get the extra training, the extra push, the extra drive.
Yeah, as I was saying, go ahead.
Some of us are natural though.
Yeah, very natural.
Yes.
Like myself and you on this. If they only know.
If they only
Where's
knew.
the credentials? Look at us. But they said, I was just telling you, I think I need to do some more classes to contribute to my personal growth. Well, I do try to think about the other side of the coin. So I would say my perspective is broadened, and I will continue to ensure that it is broadened and create more memorable moments.
Yes. I think upgrade is good. It's always good to elevate yourself.
We have to.
Yes, take whatever means necessary. If it means go back to school.
Yeah, we got to do what we got to do.
Yes, if it means to do some hands-on training somewhere.
Yeah.
But try and get upgraded. Upgrade is always good.
Yeah, because some of us get stuck in the rut and we'd be like, okay, it works. And we do the same thing every day, over and over. We don't broaden our perspective nor our horizon. So we're just stuck in the situation. I think what I need to start doing is taking more pictures. I have more mental memories than I do physical.
That's nice.
Momentum.
That's a good one.
So I need to start taking a bit more pictures of not of myself, but of situations. Like at work, I never took a lot of pictures in my uniform, and sometimes I said I should have, because over the years I would have put on a little extra, and I would have wanted to see how the
transition.
I have a start out picture, but I don't have an end picture. I'm like,
well, now you know. So if you should get back there,
that's what I would have done differently, taking pictures. Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah.
Experiences when you have felt fear or hesitation in trying something new. I wanted to do it. Yeah. And then when the opportunity came, I was afraid. I was like, what are my previous bosses going to think? Am I stooding them up? And I put everybody else's needs except yours.
Mine.
Yes.
I didn't put mine as priority. And then when I got here, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm doing such a grandiose job. And then I had to like pep myself up and be like, this is what you wanted. You can do it. So just apply yourself, do what is necessary, and look at me today.
Yes.
Look
but
at me.
Why being hesitant though?
Because of fear
and expectations.
You don't want to hear
others.
Anything bad about your performance. But constructive criticism is always good.
That's true. But why is it that if you're in an environment, let's say for years, and you want to change, you want to move on to something, why do people find it difficult to move on?
Because you don't want to disappoint the persons that put their trust in you and was hoping that you were gonna stay with them forever.
But nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts forever, and you have to think about it this way. If they need to fire you, they're gonna fire you anyway, and they're not gonna think about your well-being.
Exactly.
So,
you have to do you. Live for you. If you have to move on, because trust me, at the end of the day, it all boils down to you, not what somebody else is.
So have you ever hesitated in trying something new?
I have in the past, but not anymore.
No, not
if I see something not anymore. If I see something and I want it, and I want to upgrade or move on to higher or bigger and better things, I'm doing it.
Exactly.
I used to, let's say, put my interest in certain things, and it's not working out.
Yes.
And so I would be living for someone else's.
Yeah.
And I've done it over and over. And when I look on the flip side of it, it's always unbalanced.
Yeah.
So I'm always giving 80% and they're giving 20. Like they don't care unless their business is in function and operating. Like nobody cares about you.
Yeah, exactly.
But now an opportunity arises, you take the opportunity.
Take it.
Yes, and I'm seeing the benefits of it all. Trust me.
Indeed.
Start living for yourself, as simple as that.
Exactly, not for others. So, you want to take that one?
The benefits of exploring new hobbies and interest, joy, growth, or a sense of fulfillment.
So, what new thing do you want to pick up? What new interests?
I would love to play a sport other than the typical. I tell you, I'm interested in learning tennis.
Oh, tennis. You said that.
I don't have a clue how to play tennis.
Okay.
I see it and it seems simple, but I just don't get it.
Okay, so one of these good day when I have time, maybe we can go on the court together.
Tennis,
I can set up a video, and then we can bring it and put it on here and show you Andre
I want to
playing
learn
tennis, right?
I want to learn tennis for real.
What do I want to learn? What interests? I still am interested in my languages. I just need to get the time to put towards it.
What's
I need
your
to
language?
find the time.
Which language?
German.
Oh, you like German?
I speak a little bit of Spanish, and I want to parler français better. Yeah. So I want to work on that.
Spanish.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Oh, You're big and bad.
¿Y tú?
¿Dónde vives?
Yo vivo en St.kitts.
Estoy bien, estoy bastante bien. Yeah.
I like that. Fluent.
Okay, yes.
I like.
Okay.
It's always good when you can learn a different language.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah. So that, and what else? Hobbies. What do I want to pick up?
Swimming.
No, not.
Oh, you can swim.
Yeah, so I don't need to pick
I would
that up.
learn
So tennis and swimming.
tennis and swimming.
Okay.
Yes, those
Okay,
two
okay.
hobbies I would definitely want to sharpen up on.
Maybe I want to do an extra class in communications to better my craft.
So you see?
Yeah, so that would be the interest, yeah.
She's not a good communicator. Yes, she's agreeing. She's going to take some class.
No, I mean classes to better my craft. This craft that we're doing here.
Oh, I see.
I can communicate.
That smirk says a lot.
Oh.
The fear of failure that often accompanies new experiences.
Yeah, when we get a new job, we put our best foot forward because we don't want anything to happen. Yeah, we go to a new school, we want to be our best selves because we don't want people to look at us like the last child.
Indeed.
So why fear though? And yesterday we learned when we saw the thing on Grit, like people are afraid to fail. It's okay to fail, as Denzel Washington would say, but when you fail forward.
Fail forward.
Yeah, you have to fail. Fail forward, fall forward.
So you could.
But you get up.
Yes.
And you proceed.
I agree.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be hard.
But
failure is inevitable.
But people have a fear of not only failing, but what others think.
And that's why I tell you, we have to stop caring about what others think. Others will be our demise, y'all. We have to let us be our own demise, not others. You see, when you follow the others, you end up in prison.
That's true.
When you follow the others, you end up dead. So you can't keep following. You don't want to be part of a company that will be detrimental to your health. You just live for yourself. When you don't live for people, you're better off. You're not stressed. You're not worried. You don't care what happens around you.
Very well said.
So we have
to totally
work,
agree with you.
Yeah, we have to work on that.
Personal milestones achieved through embracing new experiences.
This one right here.
Yes, I never knew I could do it.
Yeah.
So I'm embracing this change and I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah. So, as I said, I had the cabin crew thing down pat, and then I'd be like, I want to do this because I think I can. And then my friend, he would remind me, he would be like, see, you're doing what you said you were going to do. And it's funny, sometimes we say we want to do these things, as Laverne say, we write them down. It comes true. Actually, the first thing on my vision board to come true in that year. And I'm like, oh, it's happening, but I'm scared. I'm scared because can I do it?
It's the fear of what? It's the fear of what you think others gonna say.
Well,
That's
you see
it.
that? You see that?
It's that 6-letter word.
Because now you're being scrutinized and you in your thinking like, yeah, they're watching.
Yes.
And they're not gonna see the good. They're gonna see all the bad.
That little flaws.
But then when you learn to not care, you just don't care. In a good way, because it's beneficial to you,
but there are flaws,
and not them.
Though. You like to say there's no flaws, or I don't think
there are discrepancies. Yeah,
I call
I
them.
don't like no flaws.
We all have flaws, Courtney.
I don't got no flaws. I have shortcomings. I
So
don't
just
want.
to-
So I'm
just
telling
to
the
play
Lord,
on
He
words.
made me with so much flaws.
Just to play on words, flaws, shortcomings.
Shortcomings.
Got it.
But the Lord didn't make me with no shortcomings. So no feature I have has a shortcoming. Okay, so He knows how I think about that. But I have discrepancies and I have shortcomings. I do not have flaws. I may have some bad behaviors, but I will never call them flaws because I'm not flawed. I'm perfectly and I'm wonderfully and perfect.
Perfect.
And wonderfully made by the hands of the Father with earth problems.
With earthly problems. Like that.
That's exactly how I'm going to put it. I'm not flawed. Not at all.
Well,
not at all.
I hope the folks are loosened up as I am.
Oh, that they're loose.
Yes.
And that they will
embrace new experiences.
Embrace
it. If you see something you wanted to go for it, don't hesitate. Don't
hiccups in the road, but go for it.
Yes.
Potholes
Don't be
in the road.
bored and jaded or tied down in one particular spot or one job,
go for it. Exactly.
As long as it's not affecting one or the other, go for it. It's okay to move.
Exactly.
It is okay to move on.
Yeah, because we see what happened in 2020 when the pandemic made an appearance. They didn't care who they sent home. So you look out for you. I'm not telling you to be bad employees now or bad employers
or ungrateful employees.
Oh, exactly.
Yes.
But look out for you. If it's gonna be to your benefit,
go for it.
Yeah, do what is necessary for you. Don't be bogged down. Don't be tied down, and don't feel guilty.
Yes.
If they love you, they'll
understand.
Yeah.
I like that. So I hope you folks this morning learn to embrace new expectations like I do. We are certainly living out our dreams.
We certainly are. Look at us.
Embracing new experience.
Look at us.
Stay with us. Jeremy Saying continues right after this.
Cheers.
An exotic experience.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Good morning, SKN and Studio 327. This is Tao Batiste, one of your biggest fans. Just you're doing a lot of things well. Keep on that trajectory. Greatness.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Our guest, Claudia Walwin, is the coordinator of the Women's Empowerment, Entrepreneurship and Financial Inclusion Project, WEEFI. She joins us as we discuss this project and the closing ceremony held on Tuesday. Claudia, welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Welcome back.
Good to be here. Good morning.
Alrighty.
Happy you could join us this morning indeed. So let's dive into the discussion, Claudia. Can you share with us a brief explanation of what the project is about?
Okay, the Wi-Fi project, as we shorten it, is a project that came about through funding from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Taiwan.
Okay.
And their government, China and Taiwan, decided to assist Latin America and the Caribbean countries, I think 9 countries in all, St. Kitts and Nevis being one, to combat some of the issues that women were facing through COVID.
Okay.
And we just mentioned COVID before. So tell us about the closing ceremony that was held on Tuesday.
So our project started in August 2021, and we had a series of training, and we thought to celebrate all of our trainees, awardees, and our supporters. And we decided to do a closing ceremony with a cocktail.
Oh, nice.
And that was well attended. The ambiance was very nice. And interestingly, we used our awardees to provide services throughout the ceremony.
Oh, nice. That's good.
And can you share with us some of the persons who would have attended?
Okay, our guests included the ambassador of Republic of China and Taiwan as well. Well, we invited the ministers, but they were held up in cabinet. So Miss Azila Clark, who is acting permanent secretary, she represented the ministry. And she is one of our top supporters from the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Affairs. And so she was a welcome guest because she's seen the fruit of all of her labor. We had our top awardees from the Elite Award, the various cohorts. We also had our partners from AVEC, as well as SBDC and SIDU. Well, AVEC is the Advanced Vocational Education.
So it was well attended.
Yes, it was very well attended.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice. Let us talk about coordination. How easy or how difficult was it for you to coordinate this event?
The cocktail itself?
Yes.
The most difficult part was getting persons to RSVP.
Oh, wow.
And so it required a lot of following up, calling persons. Did you get our email? Did you see the scan bar? Are you having trouble scanning it? Okay, we'll send you a link, things like that. And I think it was a little bit tough. It was a bit nerve-wracking because we thought we may not have enough persons attending. But persons were like, yes, I saw the invitation. Yes, I'm coming. We don't know you're coming because you didn't know.
Exactly.
Yes, but outside of that, working with our trainees, I mean, we've trained them well so they understand what it is to go through a bidding process and to wait to hear back if you were successful and then to organize. And they did come to
Wow.
Yes.
Nice. Happy to hear.
So WEEFI, and it stands for Women's Empowerment, Entrepreneurship and Financial Inclusion. So Claudia, can you share with us persons who are watching and are interested, how can they get registered for this project?
Unfortunately, this phase of the project is now ending. But we have partnered with the SBDC, with the Small Business Development Center, and SIDU, Small Enterprise Development Unit on Nevis, to, corral their persons who are interested in their programs. And so we got our trainees through that. We did social media marketing as well. And through the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Affairs, they also told us, okay, these are some of the persons who will be interested. We can share the link with them. And that's where we got our persons to register. Participate in the program. Yes. So hopefully there will be other projects as a spin-off because apparently this one was really successful.
Nice.
So if persons can just wait out to listen and check in with SBDC and SIDU because those are the
the partners that will continue even if the project doesn't continue to another phase.
So how many cohorts did this project actually have?
We had 9 cohorts.
Oh,
we
wow.
had about 255 persons that were actually participating in the project. We had about 165 thereabout winners in different categories.
Wow.
Yes, so quite a big impact.
Yeah, nice.
Of course.
I wish there was a 10 because 10 kind of sound a bit more completed, but I'm happy that you got 9. I'm just pushing it a little bit. Let's talk about the prize grant, and that went to only 10 of the 200 and something that you had.
No, about 165 thereabouts.
Okay.
Because 10 from each cohort, that was about 90, and then we had other. Yes, like SBDC would have put up some of their clients for counseling, business counseling, and training. So yes.
Okay, so what were the prizes that were granted to those persons?
So top winners would have gotten 3,000 US.
Okay.
3,000 US dollars.
Okay.
That's about 8,000 and change.
Yeah,
$50.
right. Yes.
And this was to either start their business or improve upon their business.
Nice.
Okay. And would your corporation need a receipt to see how the monies were spent?
Well, part of their training is to ensure that their financial records and their human resource records are up to scratch.
Okay.
And so, yes, they would have had to report periodically to the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Affairs, as well as the Taiwan Technical Mission, so that we can send back word to Taipei that, yes, these women are advertising.
Right.
And yes, the monies are being well spent. So, yes, there were opportunities for them to report.
I want to be the devil's advocate. Anyone that didn't do what they were supposed to do?
Yes, there were some persons who were unable to spend all of the funds. We did not give them the complete 3,000. We did not give them the complete 3,000 all at once because obviously we need to see you spend it. And then we give you more.
Give you more. Okay, okay. So it's not a big lump sum and you just spend it.
Not usually.
Okay. Yes. Just making sure. Okay, good.
You're bringing persons from one stage to another, and you don't want to overwhelm them, and that was some of the issues that some of the trainees would have faced. It was difficult for them to. Some of them the staffing, they don't have the staffing, but then they don't have the capacity to manage the staff as yet. And so they're still growing, and that's where SBDC and SIDU would come in to further support them. Yes.
And when women get money, how they can spend it. So
yes, but the training helps them to understand that you separate personal from business funding.
Can you help me beat him up this morning?
As bad as it sounds, it's not always.
I don't untrue.
Thank you.
We cannot agree with Andre. We can't let Andre win this one at all.
Let's talk about one of my favorite topics, and that's women empowerment. I just love talking. I love seeing women in leadership. Yes, look at you too.
Oh,
yes.
You're coming back nice now.
My friend. So Claudia, share with us the importance of empowering women. How important it is to empower our women.
Okay, for me, I recognize that these women, most of them, they're already on top of their game. They know their skill sets and they know what they can do in their various businesses. But sometimes they don't have that extra confidence to go out on a limb and make that financial investment, to take that big risk, because it's, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. And then sometimes people talk them down. You want to do that? I don't think.
Exactly.
Because if it's a new idea, persons do not know what to compare it with. And sometimes they discourage them. So it's good to empower women, to help them to understand that, yes, I can make a contribution, and my contribution is also valid. It helps for social and economic development.
Of course.
That's the real part of empowering women, to give them that extra confidence that, yes, I'm making a difference out here.
Nice. Well said.
We know there are some gentlemen in careers that women typically do. I'm gonna hairdressing, they do nails, they do makeup, and they're excellent at it. Let us talk about promoting gender equality now in society. How has your department been able to do that? And were there any males involved in this, or was it all women?
They were all women because this part of the project was focused on
women. Okay.
But yes, we have heard the cries of the men.
Okay.
Why are you just empowering the women? Men need to be empowered as well. And so we're considering to add a component for men to be able to manage their business even more successfully. I think that if you're speaking about women empowerment, you have to think about people empowerment on a whole. And if men are saying, yes, we need a chance to be able to manage our books better, I think we can only help them. But they were not helped in this part of the project.
Okay. So, men, your help is coming soon.
Don't get jealous now.
Don't get jealous at all.
So, Claudia, how does empowering women contribute to the overall community development?
From our training, we offered them a stipend to be present each day.
Okay.
Why did we offer them a stipend? Women are typically the ones who take care of the family, who take care of the home. And so we don't want them to have that excuse, I can't make it because I don't have anybody to take care of my child. So we gave them that buffer to help them to be present and to stay focused. The idea of them being present, it helps them to grow their business even more. And I think that, did I miss a question?
How important it is for women to contribute to the overall community development.
Yes, and in getting them to stay focused and doing what it needs to advance them at a different level, bring them up, then that helps in terms of community advancement because their children will be better off because they're now able to make sure that they're eating healthier, attending school at the times when they need to, even participating in extracurricular activities. So I think it helps a lot in when you empower the women because they are empowering the rest of the society.
Exactly. And I'm sure other women in the community look up to that particular family who have been a part of the cohort, and I'm sure next cohort they will definitely be a part of.
We must say that the women were our good advocates because they would have explained to other women, yes, come and join. I mean, yes, the hours are long and the work is hard, but at the end you will be better. So
of course,
we must give kudos to those women who encourage other women.
And as I said, nothing in life comes easy. So the fact that you have to work for it, you have to work for it. So I like that they shared their honest experience to bring the others to the cohort and they didn't butter it up. How Taiwan contributes, I know they've been in partnership with St. Kitts since 1983 after their independence. How important is it that we continue to get the support and the contribution from the Republic of Taiwan?
Okay, so getting support from the Republic of China and Taiwan, it's not only financial. We do get technical support. We do get to see how they run their small businesses across there. And sharing of ideas is also important because one idea spawns another. Some of our awardees were able to go across to Taiwan and to experience, running a business. And from our reports, it's been an excellent experience. In addition, they've sent persons from the SBDC and CIDU across there as well to experience how the back end is run. And that is important to transfer ideas and to help us to advance, not just financially, but in capacity as well. So we do thank our partners from Taiwan because their contribution does not go unnoticed. It's really
sure
impactful.
doesn't. Many areas.
Indeed. And Claudia, I must touch on this point. What are some of the challenges that women face in starting and growing their business?
From our experience, some of them do not know where to begin. Let's take a hairdresser who is doing her thing on her porch. She doesn't understand, some of them do not understand that you first have to have a business license. Getting a business license requires that you have to make an investment. And some of them don't have that money. They're just making enough to turn over their daily lives. But to make that advance investment, that was hard for some of them. One of the drawbacks was the process to getting their business license. I know in the beauty industry, they have to get inspected by environmental health And for some of them, if you're operating in your living room or your porch, obviously you don't quite make the requirements. So that was one. Of course, financial. Going to the bank is not always easy.
Right.
And sometimes they're required to bring someone with them. And obviously, you're going into a new business, you don't want to have a partner right then because you don't know how that benefit is going to be shared. And so that, again, is a drawback. And generally, just having the confidence and the boldness to step out has been a challenge for some of them. I don't know if I'm going to make it. And also to stretch their imagination to see how far they can take their ideas is a limitation. They just stay within, I know this and I'm comfortable here. Yes, so that's a challenge.
You mentioned they have to have an investment. So you mean they will only be given the license if they have, per se, a little salon on the side of their home or something like that?
So there are certain requirements that are necessary. You must have running water if you're going to do washing here. You must have a dedicated space, a bathroom for your clients to use, and things like that. And some of them, as I said, they might be renting and it's in the home that they're living in, and so it's not really conducive. So you must have an investment to be able to retrofit to come up to the standards. So that in itself sometimes is a challenge.
Wow. So we have a lot of persons that may be doing here that can't afford, but that would love to have a business license, but just can't afford.
They just can't afford it. And even when they can afford to pay for the business license, the back end costs. They're
a
unable.
lot.
Yes. Another issue is managing their finances. Andre talked about women.
Like spend.
All
right.
And a lot of them, we did a study, an end of project study, and a lot of them said they were grateful for the training because it showed them how to separate personal and business finances. And some of them said before, I wasn't really keeping my receipts, I wasn't doing my bookkeeping. And if you're going to make an investment, per se, go to the bank or a financial institution, you need to have that record to show,
so they can see that your credit is
money's
nice.
been coming in, money's been going out. And some of them did not have that. So that was a major challenge.
Do you, Claudia, does your department go out in the communities and try to help those folks who are afraid maybe to come forward and say, I need the help, or that aren't aware that there is help out there?
So at the Taiwan Technical Mission, as I said, we work closely with the Department of Gender Affairs. So they're the ones who would know their clientele and who are at the stage where they can advance. We also partner with SBDC and SIDU, and persons do go through them. So that's where we get our intake from. So
so you don't go out.
No. But when our ads go out, we do get interest. Sometimes we get so much interest that we have to cut off earlier. For instance, we did 3 cohorts of beauty entrepreneurship because there were so many women in beauty. Yes.
Nice.
And after the entire project and training session, Claudia, what was the general feedback like?
She's
like so much.
There were so many, but I think at the top of the list was people's gratitude.
Nice.
This
That's a
exposure,
must.
not just like one of the trainees who gave remarks at the cocktail. She said it was not just about winning the $3,000 US. We met other women who were of same passion. We were exposed to so many different counselors and facilitators. Our minds were open up to new possibilities. One of them, in her report, she said, I used to be a one-man shop, but now I am more socially responsible with my business. I'm doing more in terms of innovation for my services and products. So they have advanced and they are really grateful. Yes, they complain, they give us the cut eye when we say you have homework, you need to bring in your business improvement plan. Yes, because it's extra work, it's hard work, it's work that some of them have never done, but they have been grateful for the opportunity.
Wow. I see you beaming with pride. How proud are you? How proud are you that your work has not gone in vain and that you are a part of these women becoming better and enhancing our society in the Federation.
I am extremely proud, and I'll tell you a little story. I was walking across by the cable building one day, and a lady said, Miss Waldwin! And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, where are you from?
Yes.
She said, I was in the first cohort, because that time we
Yes.
were wearing masks.
Okay.
So obviously I couldn't
Yes.
pick out her features, but she picked me out clearly.
Yeah.
So it's good to see when persons come back and you ask them, well, how is business? And they tell you, since we've been at the training, our business is good, business is picking up,
Nice.
you know, things like that. And it makes me feel proud that I've made an impact.
Yes.
Because not only as my role as facilitating the process, I am also a motivator. I try to counsel some people.
Nice.
Because as I said, the work is hard and sometimes you want to drop out. And I encourage them, you can do it.
Yeah.
Especially if they came in like 3 or 4 cohorts. I'm
Yes.
like, persons before you pass through, and they will
You
fine.
can do it, yeah.
You will do it. So that makes me feel a sense of pride in that our women can endure. And in enduring, they will also benefit from their hard labor.
So, in long and short, you think the mandate that you set out to achieve was accomplished?
I think it was exceeded.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very well
I
said.
think it was
Nice.
exceeded. I think we underestimated the impact that it would have made. And once we started, we made adjustments to ensure that we were able to meet some of the concerns that the women had at the training. So I think we did an awesome job.
Wow.
They did an awesome
Kudos to you and your team
Yes.
and the women and everyone that had a hand in this. And thank you to the Republic of China and Taiwan. Yes, thank
we
you
must
so
thank
much.
them, yes.
So what's next for you folks?
Well, as I said, we are considering the cries of the men as well. We want to do more in terms of young people, youth,
Okay,
to
yes.
get them more in the areas of innovation. And so we're now thinking of how we can move forward with youth and
Okay.
some men. Of course, we will still carry the women as well as much as we need to.
Okay. Wow. Well, I enjoy that little discussion.
Indeed.
Right
I
there.
love seeing women just empowering themselves. So long men have been leaders. It's time for women to take up the space and just tell themselves they got this.
Yes, we
go
got
out
this.
there.
Yes.
So
I'm
I'm
give you
happy
that.
to see that.
I think men are a little bit more, as my brother put it on the weekend, braggadocious.
Yes, we are.
Even if it's not working, you're out there with this
That's
confidence.
true.
Yes,
and I think the women
And you're thinking, well,
Yes.
what, this time, let me try something
Something
else.
else, yeah.
But women, it's like,
Yeah.
I failed.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then we weep and mourn
Yeah.
Yes.
rather than just pick up and
Continue.
go again. Because
Oh, I like
sometimes
that.
a spoil is actually a style.
That's true.
It's just how your perspective
Yes.
is.
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
I love that.
wow. I like that. Love it.
I'm on your team this morning.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Well, Claudia, it's always a pleasure having you come in and chat with us. I'm just making sure he doesn't have anything else to add, just making sure. I am proud of the women that's completed the 9 cohorts, and we're looking forward to hearing bigger and better things from you folks. Keep doing the good work and keep beaming with pride
Thank you.
for what you would have accomplished.
I will convey your sentiments to my team. And I really appreciate the time to be here to speak to the general public and let them know some of the good things that we're doing at the Taiwan Technical Mission in collaboration with the Ministry of Social Development, Gender Affairs, our partners at SBDC, SIDU, and AVEC. So
oh, Claudia making our job so
Very
easy this
easy.
morning.
Very
I
easy,
love
I
it.
must
love
say,
it.
yes.
And with that, folks, we're up on a break, so stay with us. GMSKN continues.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I know you. You have something to poke me.
I have nothing to say.
We'll be right back, folks.
Okay.
Stay with us.
My name is Jason Green from Green Air Refrigeration. Be sure to tune in to Studio 3 to 7 for Good Morning SKN from 8 to 10.
cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
I'm going to say this is Infamous Music representing for Good Morning SKN, and I want to encourage you to watch the show every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Easy no man. Say me don't know about you, but me love Good Morning SKN in bed. Easy.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Good morning, SKN. We are Supreme Media. We do photography as well as videography. I'm Jaden Sutton.
I'm Ahmad.
And we just want to encourage you to tune in to Good Morning SKN at Studio 327.
Yo, you know it's me, Mr. H.E. Yo, make sure you tune in to Good Morning SKN Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Studio 327. Yo, trust me, the baddest show in the morning. Make sure you check it out. Wake up. Make sure that you are there from 8 to 10, Monday to Friday. Boom, check it. Rah.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Shout out to all the beautiful people in St. Kitts, the good up girl them, the pretty girl them, the big body girl them, the skinny girl them, the educated girl them, the dunce bat them, the one them will eat but still love me and still have a tune in. Big up all the followers and all the fans of the SKN show. Love yourself, big up yourself, talk good about yourself, and let the haters heat it up.
Yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Good morning, my name is Andrea Keynes. I'm the supervisor of the home care offices. Make sure to tune in to Good Morning SKN 8 to 10 at Studio 327.
back to Good Morning SKN. In this segment, we will be having an enchanting conversation that takes us into the realm of horseback riding, an activity that embodies grace, freedom, and a deep connection with nature. Today, we have the pleasure of exploring the captivating world of horseback riding, where the rhythmic beat of hooves and the equestrian spirit unite. Join us as we speak to 869 SOHO horseback riding representatives, co-owners Darian Grant and Shadrach Isaac, and tour guides Jabari French and Ajani Hensley. Gentlemen, good morning to you four and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Morning.
Oh, pleasure having you all. I want to go straight into and ask about the name. Who came up with 869 SOHO?
Well, the name Saho.
Oh, so it's Soho.
Saho, that's where we're from, actually. It's a place in Sunny Point.
Okay.
That's where we're from, Saho Village. So we use that so everyone could be attached to it.
Okay.
Knowing that this is where it originates from.
Okay.
It's a small village in Sunny.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So shout out to those folks down there in Soho, Sandy Point.
You were the best be, right?
Indeed, the best. Indeed. So, what was the inspiration for starting this horseback riding business?
I let that question.
Yeah, anyone can answer.
Well, it was always in me, like the passion for animals since growing up. So I just work out. Yeah, it's a good way about it.
To start the horseback riding business. Okay. All right.
And should I ask what are the different types of horseback riding service that are available?
I think we should go to the guides for that one.
Yes.
Well, we do bareback riding, saddle horseback riding, different types.
You said bareback. What's the difference between bareback and saddle?
Nothing at all. Like saddle, sit on.
Okay.
Oh.
Or just sit on the horse. Ooh, la la.
We always go to learn different type of riding.
Okay.
Just in case we have to go through something.
So which one is more comfortable though?
Well,
the saddle, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The saddle. You prefer? Okay, you have to put the mic up.
Yes. I prefer riding without a saddle.
Okay.
Okay. Saddle tend to bruise your foot if you keep going fast. Your foot sometimes slips out the straps. So in touring and stuff like that, you saddle not to go beyond the speed limit.
Okay.
That's like a caution tip for you.
Okay, that's the safest way to go.
Yes.
Okay. So I see you guys do trail rides, private horseback riding lessons, parties and events, private excursions, and photo shoots. Wow.
Well, how does one incorporate horses with parties and events?
Yeah, I want to know.
For kids.
Oh, okay.
For kids, like you got a party where maybe a couple infants gonna be there.
Okay.
And you want to keep them busy.
I see.
The parents love that because they want to be doing their own thing while we guys keep the kids busy.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're into, you know.
Understood.
Okay. And the private horseback riding lessons, who do we contact for that if we want to do private horseback riding lessons?
Where you can answer. You could call 767-3903. That's my number.
Okay.
He does most of that.
I like that. He just passes it on. Are you guys at any... Okay, since you're on contact number, are you on any social media platforms? Instagram, Facebook? Do you want to tell the public that's watching so they can find you other than calling you?
Yeah, you could look on Facebook. You could type in 869 Saho Horseback Riding. You see everything. We just about to put out a webpage.
Oh, nice.
Shadan is going to be producing that for us.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a small business, but we get in there. We're trying to get there.
Okay, and you will get there. So we're gonna put positive vibes out there. Okay.
Let's talk about the duration of a horseback riding experience at your business. How long is this ride?
I want the tour guide and the your name, sir. I didn't associate you with the
My name is Ajani.
Ajani, okay.
Ajani, yes,
I forgot that name. So Ajani, I want you to answer that one. You've been pretty quiet.
Do you want me to answer? Okay.
Yes.
What was the question?
So the duration of a horseback riding experience at the business.
The tours regularly last about 45 minutes to
Okay.
an hour.
Okay.
Anywhere within the range.
Oh, okay. And how far do we go? How many miles?
I mean, from down south, the
Okay.
village, up to the mountains. So that's about.
Oh, mountains. Oh, nice.
Yeah, to a farm. Reggae Rock Farm.
Okay.
In the mountain we after that. Cheers to Brimstone Hill.
Oh,
Yeah. But it'll be like a mile and a half.
Okay.
Main shore.
Okay.
Honestly, main shore.
At a decent pace, not fast.
Yeah, not fast. Make you uncomfortable or anything like that.
Exactly. It's up to the rider. It's up to
Okay.
the rider actually. But we always tend to pre-safety.
Yeah, however you feel comfortable, then yeah.
Okay, so is there a Jabari, is there a training session before we proceed to our destination?
Yes, we have training sessions. Make sure you know how to sit on the horse, feel comfortable. I mean, you don't do nothing. The horses might be kind of hard to deal with at times. So we, not that you could be scared of.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah. I remember
just
the
make
first.
sure everything's set. You know how to steer the horse, how to stop it.
Okay.
And those stuff.
Do the horse feel the fears of the person that's about to ride it?
No.
No. Okay. Remember the first time
Well, they are very sensitive animals.
Exactly.
Very sensitive. So if you're scared, then he's gonna give you that scared movement, feeling you. He's gonna tune in. He's gonna feel
the energy.
Wow.
As you sit on him, it's like you ever watch Avatar when you actually get the thing out your neck and tune into your animal.
Yeah.
It's like that, like a card.
The blue
He
guys.
sits
I'm
and-
thinking the cartoon. yeah.
He sits and they feel everything.
Okay.
Everything. Even if you wanna fall off, these guys actually slow down.
Oh, what?
They feel everything. It's all about the movement of the body, stuff like that.
Oh, so now I understand why the horse is enabled to cowboy movies.
Indeed, exactly.
Okay.
But I must ask: are there any age or weight restrictions for the riders?
It's kind of rough.
Yes, like isn't it too much pressure? Let's say if I don't want to use the word oversized.
Well, we have big horses.
We have different types, different size of horses
Okay.
that could accompany anyone.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. Somebody that's 600 pounds, would you allow them to ride one of your horses?
Well,
He's ready to answer.
We get a carriage for them.
A carriage, okay. Not the horse.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough indeed.
So if I go for a tour, the horse will just smile when they see somebody like me.
Cause you're slim?
Yeah.
Really?
It's just the perfect banding and stuff like that. You know,
we actually got horses that rides to the pace of the customer.
Okay.
You wanna go fast, we got horses to go fast.
Okay.
You wanna be more settled, more comfortable, we do have horses to get it.
I have to ask this question. Are you the same gentlemen that are normally at the agriculture fair?
No, we don't do
Not
that.
yet.
No, we don't do that.
Okay.
The distance to get them there.
Well, you have to ride them into town.
They get exhausted and stuff like that. And you don't want exhausted horse around people.
Oh, they're not. They won't be nice.
They tend to.
Wow.
They might kick. They might bite.
Wow.
You actually have to feel.
Just
You have
like
to
us,
feel.
so when we get frustrated.
Just like humans.
Wow.
We don't push them over the edge.
Okay.
We got grace period. We leave them there like 2 months. Do nothing with them.
Do
No
they-
riding, nothing like that.
Do they ever feel left out when you leave them like that? Though?
Wow. You will leave Big Show home the time.
well, yeah, they're very, very, very jealous.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially if they don't have that kind of connection with you.
Yes.
Yeah. They will always be like looking for you. Like, you know, when you come home, the door open, you say,
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with the horse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Nice.
You pick another horse over it.
Yeah.
And the next day you go on him.
Different waiting.
Problems.
Yeah.
What? I did not
Give
know
you-
these things about horses.
neither.
Oh,
Actually-
nice. Look.
They actually think that they're not good enough for you if you actually put them down to them.
Oh, wow.
They'll be like, oh, I didn't do something good, so he's actually thinking I gotta do better the next time.
Right.
Next time he don't want to stop. Crazy.
Like, he had some problem that time. Like, we were going for the horses, but we just decided to rest his horse.
Yes.
Like maybe like a 2 days. The third day, went back on like crazy.
You want nobody deal with him?
Yeah. Not he want nobody deal with him, but just jealous.
running
Walk out. You leave him over 2 days.
Just performing.
So do y'all? Okay, when you as we would say in local terms, we rest them down. Do you speak to them prior to taking them out to the stables and let them understand why they had to take a little break?
Just like how we're speaking here to you. Just speak to my
I'm
house.
fascinated with this. You know, I never knew all of this.
Well, I will say my house is like my kids. I don't have any kids.
Okay.
That's my responsibility. And as yet.
Like
We're getting there.
Okay. All right.
And I must ask this question. With Soho horseback riding, are there any measures in place to ensure the safety of both the riders and the horses? What safety measures y'all put in place when patrons come down there to use the services?
Well, we got helmets, we have gloves, and we have saddles.
Okay.
That's
good enough.
That's a way how to ensure comfort.
Yeah, you get a good, comfortable ride.
As long as you're comfortable, it's gonna be safe. It's gonna be okay.
So no fears, folks, when you head down to Soho horse riding.
No fears.
You'll be well taken care
We
of.
don't deal with fear.
If I came down there in flip-flops, am I still allowed to ride the horse, or you would before I come in shoes?
You could do that, but we will get boots for you if you wanna. If we got boots, we put boots on just in case. And it's mountain boots.
Okay.
Mountain boots, they actually come right up to you.
Real horse-riding situation going on there. So we mentioned one route, which was up to Brimstone Hill and up the mountain.
Up to Reggae Rock
Mountain.
Farm. That's
Okay.
span a farm where you meet the two legends.
Yeah, you got the legends, the
Jason
Olympian,
Rogers.
the Olympian runner, which is Jason Rogers. And
Okay.
you got the Lever Dylan cricketer, Sheena Berridge.
Okay.
So you get tours to superstars.
I tell you.
And you meet rabbits and cattle, animals beyond your experience. Like, it's a good experience. You don't just ride.
Yeah, and you get a good view of the Sunny Point area too.
Okay, nice,
from up
nice.
here. Nice.
So any other trails?
Yeah. You got down at the bay. We got the best side.
Okay.
That's in case you want to party.
Rum dog,
You want to
settings.
drink. If you want to drink, you want to have something over the edge. Get your tongue a little rolling.
Oh,
you take it down to the best side.
Smooth.
Okay, let me ask Jabari. Do we ride the horses in the water? Do you do that? Okay, so these are just on land.
Just land.
Okay.
On land.
Water time for when like they're going to go bathe and so clean them up. You know?
Okay.
Salt, maybe you look at anything.
Okay, John, you were gonna say something? That's what you were gonna say?
No.
Okay.
I was going to say really and truly, right? That if you on a tour and you want it to go in the water and the horse, then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Anything to make you comfortable, eh?
Okay.
We would do it.
If you want the experience to be in the water, well, and the horse back, then
yeah, you
Oh,
can.
you'll do it. Okay. Okay. Nice.
And what are the customers' feedback so far when they have
well,
the experience?
you see, the customer feedbacks feel like, it reminded me of me when I was younger, seeing other people with their animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, man, I love how you deal with them, stuff like that. Can I have him? Yeah.
So they want your horse at the end of the whole situation. Nice.
I was like, no, man, I could give you a picture and go home and think about that one.
The horse? Oh no. I rode a horse once, and when I was mounting him, trust me, my heart was in my toes. But the guy was saying, just calm, and then the horse was just calm.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I was on the horse.
Feeling your energy.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he said. Just relax. But I didn't know all of that because he didn't get into all of those details that you gentlemen said with the jealousy and I didn't know all of that. Wow. So I learned.
A jealous horse could be a real bad horse to deal with.
Wow.
Yeah, he usually puts you on the ground.
Wow. Literally.
Literally. All of us, we have scars to show that we actually been on the ground.
See, I'm looking at them.
We got scars to show. Yeah.
So have you gentlemen ever raced your horses when they had the track over there in the country?
No, we race horses between each other.
Oh, okay.
But actually do that. Race it just to
a little fun time.
a little fun time.
Okay,
We
give them a
need
little
fun
hype.
too, you know.
Okay.
We need a little bit of fun too.
But trust me, I will love the opportunity though.
Uh-huh.
To be on the track. If you ask me, I will love the opportunity.
If we get a chance.
So y'all feel your horse is ready to take that on?
Yeah, we will bust some shots. Think we could bust some shots, isn't it?
Jabari being extra quiet there. Jabari, what do you think? The horse is ready for that?
No, he belt down the bus off many times. He wonder if it's to put a plastic to tie up his pants or something.
And my final question, gentlemen, how do you keep the horses healthy? What do you give to them so they could stay healthy?
Well, that's my part.
Okay.
Every morning, I'm you know, well, I will say, you check them early.
Okay.
You deal with them a certain how you're supposed to give them feed, stuff like that. Make sure they don't have any ticks.
Okay.
They're not moving too slow. Make sure they warm out and stuff like that.
So you all partner with, let's say, Ross, the veterinary school. You could take them in to get like a professional checkup when you're ready.
We have a guy who deals with them.
Okay.
But we don't go to Rush.
Okay.
We did went to Rush before, but there was like we don't have anything to give you guys for this.
Okay. So you guys got your own vet. Kudos.
Well, gentlemen, time really flies when we're
having fun. Yes.
And good discussion. But
indeed.
Can you share with the folks that are watching contact details if they want to come and have a tour? So shout out to those persons who are interested in Soho services.
So yes, if you're interested in riding with us, 869 South Horseback Riding, you can call
767-3903.
Shadrach Isaac. You have me, which is Darren Grant, 680-470.
And just for backup, you can call 760-5913, Jabari French.
Okay.
You could call me Johnny Hensley, 764-6586.
All right.
And we have our booking agency, which is Sharon.
Okay.
If you can't get us, you
get
can
Sharon.
always talk to Sharon and she will always get to us.
Okay.
All right.
I won't recommend like people like if you have back injury though.
Yeah.
We won't recommend you to really
where
the horses scars. That will be our responsibility.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Everything and professional.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that you mentioned that so they'll know.
Any injuries?
Yes, don't
let
come.
us know. And maybe we could walk around it.
Yeah, so we could know how to go
come with
about
a back
dealing with
injury?
it.
That's what you said.
No.
Don't come. Okay.
You could ride with a back injury, but you just have to let us know
Let us know
this is what
Okay.
you're experiencing.
Okay.
So that we know how to approach it when we're dealing with you.
Okay.
So
good
safety
stuff.
and health is paramount at
Yes,
Soho. I like that. Well, Courtney,
Is that time of the day
it's that
already?
time.
So
Time
I'm
re-
gonna end the show with us.
Oh yeah, they could stay and help. I hope
Yes.
they've been watching.
Yes, because
So,
they have to sing the last part
They
of the
have
song.
to join in and sing that
Yes,
song.
Let's do this.
So long.
Farewell
To you, my friends. Goodbye.
for now
Until
we meet
again.
Johnny, you miss it. You miss it. You miss it.
Thank you for joining us today, folks. Tune in daily where you'll find a little bit of everything for everyone. Get your friends and family to watch. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube at Studio 327 Inc. and Instagram at Good Morning SKN. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. Also, check out our website at studio327inc.com to learn more about GMSKN and Studio 327.
And leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. And see you tomorrow, Friday. Well, we say Friday around here at 8 a.m. when you'll wake up bright and early and start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. Thanks to all of our guests who took time out to visit our studio today and share with us. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. But remember, if you can't, don't go messing up nobody else's. Thank you for watching. Bye.